Hi, I'm David Ross with USA SuperTech. This video is going to go over connecting to a remote Windows-based computer via remote desktop connection, also known as RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. The requirement is that remote desktop must be configured on the computer that you're connecting to. That computer is also known as the server. So if that's already done, what you need from this point are the credentials to connect. You're able to connect to a remote Windows computer via another Windows computer. Also, Apple has applications, and then there are also mobile apps that will allow you to do it as well. There are security requirements depending on the different environment you're connecting to. So that has to be verified as well. But once those requirements are met, you should be provided with credentials to connect to that system remotely. So let me go over configuring the remote connection on the computer that you're remoting from or that you're connecting from. So let's say that you're home, you're connecting to your work computer. We're going to configure your home computer to be able to connect seamlessly to your work computer with those settings already set up, those credentials already created. All right, so the first thing that you'll need to know is either the IP address or the server address of the computer that you're connecting to. Let me go ahead and type in the IP address or server address here. Okay, and after that, you'll need to put in your username. This will be the same username that you typically would utilize when you're physically in front of the computer. The only difference is in some cases you'll need to put in the name of the domain of that computer and then a backslash after that domain name. So these are all credentials that you should be given once the network connection has been set up. So I've put that in. Check mark this box, which allows you to save the credentials. This is very useful, so that way in the future you don't have to re-enter these same credentials. So I check mark that box. Display. Let's go into Display tab up top here. I check mark the option to use all my monitors from the remote session. So what this will do is it will allow you to use multiple monitors while you're at home or remotely. So let's say you have 2 monitors at your home computer. Well, you can use your multiple monitors on your remote session. So if you have 1 monitor, it really doesn't matter. But if you have 2 monitors that you're looking at, this is very useful. It gives you more working space, and you can utilize all your hardware resources to see that session. You can display the connection bar. This is basically going to be a bar at the top middle space. Local resources. This is very important. If you go into the settings here, remote audio. If you go into settings, you can play on this computer, and then also you can also record on this computer. So that means that you can use your speaker and also your microphone via your remote computer. So why not select that? It's not going to hurt to have it there even if you don't use it. The keyboard, typically you don't have to really even mess around with this setting here. Printers, you definitely want to be able to print to your remote location, so check mark that. Clipboard, this allows you to copy and paste between the 2 computers, your physical computer where you're located and your remote computer wherever you're remoting into, usually work. Click on more, and I would just go ahead and select all of these. Select the drives, video capture, everything. It's not going to hurt. So that means that you're able to share data and hardware between the 2 devices. It virtualizes that connection for you. So literally you're configuring this so that you're just like behind your computer that you're connecting to remotely. You'll be able to do anything that you typically do while you're physically there. experience, you usually don't have to touch anything in this. And then advanced, usually again, you don't have to do anything in this. This is the server authentication. You can select connect and don't warn me. So that way it doesn't have there'll be a pop-up box if you don't select that, which you have to agree to. So here we go. I think we're all good to go. These are the settings that I'm recommending that you add into your remote session configuration. Once you have all those settings in place, click on this option to save as. Save as. Once you click on save as, it's going to say, where do you want to save it? So I usually just put it right on the desktop. Make an icon right on your desktop, and we can call this anything you want. Remote connection to work. All right. So once that is saved, it has popped up over here. So let me just drag it over here so you can see it. Here it is right here. Bang. All right. Now let's go ahead and connect. Once we click on connect, it's going to ask for a password, definitely. But this pop-up box saying, do you trust this remote computer? If you verify whether this is a computer that you can trust, you can click don't ask me again. If you want to see the details, you can see the details of all the things that we have configured. You've configured for the drive to be connected up the remote computer, the clipboard, the copy and paste, the printer. That way you can print from your work computer to, let's say, your home computer's printer. The ports, it's very important to select the ports too. They're pretty helpful. Plug and play devices, that's what PNP is. And audio. So anything that you connect to your home computer or your remote laptop, what have you, you're basically going to be able to communicate with that remote computer with anything that you connect with all these options selected. So it looks good to me. So let's say don't ask again, and then let's go to connect. Now it's going to ask for a password. All right, so I'm going to put in that password. And then remember me. All right, so make sure that's check marked. Then let's click OK. It's configuring the remote session, and now we are connected to the remote computer. So now let's reconnect here. All right, so we are logged in, and then that's how it should be. All right, so here we go. We are connected to the computer, and the connection bar, when we hover our mouse to the very top, it will appear. You can also minimize it or restore it to the downsides window. There you go. That's basically what you do there to see your physical computer screen. And then you can increase it again. And then there you go. So that's basically how remote desktop protocol works. It's a very nice software in addition to Windows, and it allows you to pretty much work from home. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to help@usasupertech.com. Thank you.